mentors, but you gotta find one of these black mentors to call up Theo, and that black mentor has to get the cosign from Theo so that your son, who needs stability, who needs leadership, mentorship, and something tangible he could do to be a productive member of society. This is all the hurdles you gotta go through instead of just showing up ready to learn to give his best. This is why on Black History Month, this is why on Black History Month, Grant Cardone has to come down to the black youth, because it appears that BMs, they don't want to mentor, they don't want to lead, they don't want to be in the manosphere for a number of years. Why weren't you connected? Why wasn't you communicated? Why wasn't you invited to the meetup? Or why didn't you go to the meetup so you could learn the information in regards to the ITT Tech course training?
I'm in Tennessee, but they ain't invited me. I just saw one little bit Nate's video and the other dude's videos.
If
I
you,
could
No,
go.
no one was invited. You had to send an email, put in a reservation, and tell them you wanted to come. No one was invited. No one was unless you were like a Minister Jant maybe, or something like a big channel or something like that. But the average person, no, there were no invites. You had to sign up. So
Yeah,
that's not.
it's only a private type event. You can't just go in there bum rush. You know, that's how they
Right. So
operate.
there was no, oh, we're only gonna invite certain guys over a certain age and leave out the young guys. That's not what the fuck happened. That's
Hell,
not
a
what happened.
vigil arsonist. Hell, Jonathan Barreville went up there, and the man and this young black man, they got money.
Right. So there was no mission to leave out the young black man. Let's kill that bear.
Hi, you guys. So I'm just now hearing about this whole Black Manosphere conference meetup, and it sounds as if it was led by some guy by the name of Theo Wolf. And there's a picture of him that's out here that looks absolutely nothing like the man that I saw talking in this video. But I digress. It could have been he could have used a younger picture of himself. But anyway, beyond that, he was saying some things in a video that I was listening to that was kind of, I would say disturbing, but I don't want to go that far with it because I don't really care like that. I don't think most black people care like that. But he, first of all, I don't know why he was leading this. Maybe it was just his idea. He just wanted to see if he could put something like this together. And you never know what people's true agenda when they go and become a part of these organizations or these groups, right? People can have their own things that they have in mind, but they need to have people behind them. So he's saying that he is not interested in doing anything community wise or mentoring any young black guys, um, which I find interesting because they're using the title Black Manosphere, right? Because there is a manosphere. There is a manosphere as well that is predominantly white, male driven, and it's kind of barbershop, man cave kind of conversation. And I think that O'Shea was trying to create that environment for black men. So when you say black, you are speaking in terms of a community, sir. So for you to say that you don't want to do anything community driven when you're a part of a community put together for a community of men, it's just, do you guys get what I'm saying? It's kind of odd to hear people saying some of the nonsense that they say. But these guys belong to a group of men who say a lot of delusional nonsense anyway. So I'm not surprised at the same time. And also about the mentoring, I thought that was, you can't call yourself a leader if you're not willing to help teach someone else how to lead, right? That is a part of leadership. You as the leader instructing the next generation on how to lead. So I don't really get what he's trying to accomplish with this conference. Um, I was tickled, of course, by a lot of the commentary that was created. I'm sorry that I missed out on this, because I feel like I missed out on all of this at the end of November. Um, just from the videos and things that I was trying to do a little research on it. As a lot of people were saying, it did not look like what you would expect for a group of men that are calling themselves high value. There should not have been so much discussion about organizing, because there are companies that handle these things. You could have paid one of these companies to put the entire business meeting together for you, inform them of your budget and how many people you were expecting. What also was puzzling to me is that how people, as you can hear the young guys are saying in this video, they didn't know if it was open to the public or not. That wasn't made clear. And as some people were saying, it was a lot of Geritol and Viagra in the room. It was a lot of Geritol and Viagra in the room. Definitely a bunch of older guys, and you can see why they sit here and talk crap on YouTube. That's all I'll say about that. And so you hear the guy in this video saying, no, it wasn't that they were trying to keep the young guys out, but if your group of men, and I don't know how many people belong to the Black Manosphere. I don't even think O'Shea is that old. I don't really, I don't follow these guys, so I don't know who's a part of it, but, you guys, they should know, right? Have to know how many people are a part of it, but they should know. They should know how many people they have in their group. And so, and the age groups and who's following them. And because our analytics tell us all this anyway, it tells us if women are clicking on our videos, if men are clicking on our videos, how old they are. It tells us all of that. And so they have those numbers to pull from and to figure out how to even put the event together. But there is certainly room for them to have a young professional room or forum there as well, where they were bridging that gap between the younger generation and their generations. Because like I said, a lot of these guys from the videos that I was seeing, they all look older. They look like a bunch of older guys in the room. And I don't listen to these people so I don't know. I'm not sure if Jada Black, and he's a younger African-American guy, I don't know if he classifies himself as Black Manosphere. And in another video that I was watching, a gentleman was saying he do not understand how to separate the sectors. You separate the sectors by their conversations. There are certain people on here who only speak about celebrities, and they call themselves the celebrity gossip realm. And then you have people who speak on social issues, finance. And so people who are only speaking on certain issues, and that's kind of the sector that they belong into. And that's kind of how you tell. And he didn't understand, some other things about how the videos come up. And so there is room to inform people in our community, obviously, about things. And so I'm not sure why it wasn't open to the public or to black men, open to, black men that are not a part of the manosphere. Because to my understanding, they would not even allow the women who run behind them. There's some black women on here who kind of go behind the guys and trying to make it sound like the stuff that they're saying makes sense, right? As women. And so, to my understanding from watching a few minutes of their videos, they were also not invited, and they kind of felt a way about that. But if you hear these men speaking in a disrespectful tone about women, they mean that about all women in general. But if you're going to sit there and assist them, they're going to let you. That doesn't mean that they respect you. But I digress. Let me know what you guys think about this whole meetup. I didn't get it. I think they were saying that they tried to say that it was for tech, to try to help people build their pages when they come to YouTube, or the ones that are already on YouTube, how to improve your page, your platform. And I still didn't get it. I think that that was important enough to put together in a completely different city, and that's something that they could have got together in a private, and they could have done that way. You know, like a lot of people were saying that they didn't have any blogs or media involved where they were advertising or have anyone covering. Tasha K is there in Atlanta. There are other bloggers there in Atlanta, a plethora of photographers and media people and promoters. It didn't look like they had any events. They tried to say that they had something private, but if you're trying to sell this to people, oh, excuse me, they're trying to sell this to people for future reference. Like, what is there to reference? There's nothing out here really showing you what to expect from it. And you have to bring in some form of enjoyment for people. They're spending their money to go to this city to, it only makes sense to me. That's just me. Well, what do I know? Let me know what you guys think about all of this. And if you guys know why O'Shea wasn't there, let me know in the comments. And let me know what were your feelings about this? Because like I said, this happened back at the end of November. So what were you thinking when you were hearing about all of this? Let me know in the comments. And do you get what I'm saying? Like, he's, putting it out there that he spent all this money, but then nobody could tell what what was this about? And it's just, I don't know. It just don't make sense. And I'm kind of surprised that O'Shea would allow someone to take his brand and use it in this way, especially if he's not a part of it, because people will associate this with O'Shea. And so I hope he understands that just because this man Theo is saying this was his idea or whatever, when you're saying Black Manosphere, people are going to think Kevin Samuels, O'Shea, Duke Jackson. Sorry, this is gonna sound choppy, but I don't know why this recorder keeps cutting off. But O'Shea, Duke Jackson, when they think of Black Manosphere, and there was some commentary about Kevin Samuels not participating in this because he is based in Atlanta as well, and you would think that he would have hosted a cocktail party or something for these guys, because he has spent a lot of time on a lot of these guys' platforms with people who are now starting to follow him because he went viral. They don't know his history. A lot of them really don't know who they're following, but he was on a lot of these guys' platforms. So I think that's the least he could do is host them when they come into town or when they're leaving, one or the other. But to my understanding, he had something else to do. That's what they're saying in the video. So he met up to have lunch with a couple people, but he did not make an appearance at this conference or meetup or whatever they were calling it. So I thought that was interesting that he wasn't there and O'Shea wasn't there, and Kevin lives there in Atlanta. So that is interesting. And it's kind of telling as well. Maybe there is some things going on the back end with this group of guys that we're not hearing about. Let me know what you guys think about them not wanting to mentor the younger guys as well, and not making it clear how people can even attend. Let me know what you guys think about the Black Manosphere meetup if you have thoughts on it. And if you know why O'Shea was not there, let me know in the comments.